Welcome back here to Inside the Mac. It's Friday, which means it's prediction day. What does week 5 look like? Well, we got a good slate. I'm excited for some of these games, a lot of these games. Maction really starts this week because we got a lot of conference games taking place. Not everyone's playing a conference game, but we have 3 conference games this week. And it's going to tell us a little bit about how the season's going to go. Starting off at noon, we got Bowling Green at Ohio. Both coming in 2-2. Ohio is an 8.5-point favorite. I like a lot of things about this game. I like a lot of things about this game. I think Ohio looked a little shell-shocked last week. They got the win, but not super impressive. Parker Navarro's having an incredible year. Chase Hendricks out there as well, doing some great things this season. Bowling Green's interesting because at times they've looked really good, at times they've looked human. Not sure exactly what they got under Eddie George this year. This game will tell us a lot about who they are. I'm probably going to go with Ohio in this one, but it's a lot of cool things that could happen. Then we're starting the 1 o'clock slate rivalry game. We've been talking about it a lot this week. Central Michigan hosting Eastern Michigan. Central comes in as a 4.5-point favorite. The worst run defense in college football against one of the best rushing teams in the MAC. Makes up for a good game, but Eastern Michigan's offense is very explosive, and that could cause some issues for the Chips. Then we're going to 3:30. Buffalo is hosting UConn. UConn comes in as a 3.5-point favorite. This is a game that's interesting because UConn is one of those teams that's looked inconsistent this season. Their offense can do a lot, and Buffalo has looked probably the most inconsistent of any team in the MAC this season. Losing a game after being up 21-0 or 17-0, one of those two, is tough. It's tough to have the game they had against Troy. Kent State made them look human. I don't know if the stock in Buffalo is too high or if this is the week they start to figure things out. All right, then we're going to Northern Illinois. The Huskies are hosting San Diego State. San Diego State comes in as a 1.5-point favorite. Northern Illinois coming off a bye week. And they could do some things. Not a bye week, excuse me. But there's some things that I think will be telling in this game. I want to see if Northern Illinois locks in on the one quarterback system. It looks like they did last time they took the field, but you never know going into another week, going into a kind of a big game for them, what that's going to look like. Then we go to that's a 3:30 game. So is the UConn Buffalo game, also in the 3:30 slate. We got another MAC game, Akron at Toledo. Toledo comes in as a 20.5-point favorite. Wow, they're coming off of a loss against Western Michigan in an upset, which, unfortunately for Akron, good teams tend to put in the work when they're coming off a loss on a game they were expected to win. And, boy, that could get ugly. But Akron also, they're starting to improve. They're starting to play better football, so we'll see. Miami of Ohio hosts Lindenwood. I think Miami of Ohio handles that game pretty easily. That's the last of the 3:30 slate. Then we go to 6:30. Western Michigan hosts 4-0 Rhode Island. Don't take them lightly. Don't take them lightly. They're FCS, but you can't take a team like that lightly. They have a very, very good offense. This could get interesting game. I do still like Kalamazoo. In Kalamazoo, I like the Broncos, baby. Give me the Broncos. And then UMass is on the road at Mizzou. Mizzou comes in as a 43.5-point favorite. Yikes. They are also ranked 20th. I don't see much of a shot for UMass there, but you got a puncher's chance whenever you can throw the ball around like the way UMass does. My game of the week that I'm excited about, it's Eastern Central. I love a good rivalry game. I also think that 12 o'clock game between Bowling Green and Ohio is going to tell us a lot about where both of these teams rank in the MAC. I've had Ohio sitting at 1 for quite some time. This is a kind of a show-me game. I think if you're the Bobcats and you think you're the Dogs, the reigning champs in the MAC, this is a game to prove it and put the rest of the MAC on notice. We're the real deal. All right, because there was questions after last week's game. That Eastern Central game, it's just a contrast of two styles of offense, but I'm really excited for that one. I think some fun things come out of it. Here we go, rapid fire predictions for all the games in the MAC. Starting off at 12 o'clock, I got Ohio over Bowling Green. In the big rivalry between Central and Eastern, I got the Chippewas. I got the Chips in this one. I think that run game is just going to be too much for Eastern to handle. Then we go to Buffalo, UConn. I'm believing in the Buffs. I think Buffalo gets it done and upsets UConn. Northern Illinois, I'm going to say they also pull the upset over San Diego State. Then we go to Toledo, Akron. I got Toledo in this probably by a big margin. I don't know if they'll cover the 20.5-point spread, but I think they're going to get close to it. Then Miami of Ohio over Lindenwood. Give me Miami of Ohio for sure. I got Western over Rhode Island, and then Missouri over UMass. So by that calculation, the only loss in the MAC would be UMass. So, hey, if they upset Mizzou, that'd be awesome for the MAC. But I think the MAC has a good weekend. It's going to come down to 2 upsets between Buffalo over UConn and Northern Illinois over San Diego State. Those are my MAC Week 5 predictions. It's going to be a fun Saturday tomorrow. That's it today for Inside the MAC.